Good morning, YouTube. I hope everybody's having a lovely morning and happy Friday to all of you guys. So, I want to talk about, do women need men's leadership? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. And, you know, one of the reasons why I was always kind of mad and kind of frustrated with men because, it's so hard coming across a good man. But no, not really. I won't say that. It's not hard coming across a good man. I've come across good men, but they were always taken or married. Like every time I come across a guy that's a good man and I just have that vibe that he's a good man, I'm saying to myself, damn, I just know that he's taken. I know that he's married. And you could just tell how they operate, the way that they carry themselves, and the way that they speak, that they're good men. But the reason why I was so frustrated with men, because a lot of them look at women like we're sexual objects. So when we don't see a man that leads by example, we don't have nothing to we don't have really have nothing to motivate us to you know I'm not going to say that it's a man's job to motivate a woman or why she should already be a good woman. But when we don't see men leading by example, it's just like, what the hell is the purpose of being a good woman? Because when we see all these Instagram thoughts and all these chicks twerking and shaking their ass on Instagram, we automatically assume that's what men want, because so many women are doing it. So if we see that so many women are doing this on Instagram, we think that we have to be that way too. And I run into men that they literally did not want, like, a traditional woman. Like, they want you to be like a thought or like some type of porn star fantasy type of chick. And um that's just not me. Like, and I was always pissed off because it's like, it's like, you want a family. I'm not going to say kids, because I'm not really, that's just something that, when it comes down to like having kids and stuff like that, that dude would really have to be my prince charming, because kids is not really for me. Kids is not my thing. You know what I'm saying? I have nieces and nephews, that I see from time to time, and that I sometimes would hang out with, but you know I eventually just want to give them back to their parents. So kids is not really my thing. But I do like, I do want, like a traditional relationship where I can be home and I can cook dinner for my husband or my boyfriend, and he comes home from a long hard day at work. But that's just so hard to find these days. And I see the older generation talking about how they were as women, or how they treated their husbands. But that was a different generation. Like, people operate different now. And you have like so many men out there that they just don't operate that way. You know what I'm saying? So it leaves me just like, what's the point of, well, it's not to say that I need them to push me in the right direction. Well, I do kind of, but in a way, like, sometimes women feel lost, because we need a man to, like, really you know put that little battery in our back in order to get things going. But we just don't see a lot of men like that these days. And this is stock culture, so it's kind of like our fault too, because it's like so many women that's twerking and shaking their ass, and these IG models that look like sex dolls, and this, that, and the third. It's just like this culture is just really messed up. Um, but I think that the reason why they say that there's so many shrags or hoes or bad women out here that's running around just doing whatever is because they don't really have men that are setting an example of what a man should be. So the women are following what the men are doing. We see that they're being destructive, so they're gonna be destructive too. Trust and believe me. Like, we see, if more men get their shit together, and if men was to get their shit together and they set an example and they say, look, this is what I want and this is how it's going to be, and they have, you know, things in place to, you know, to raise a family, you know, the women are going to get their shit together. You know, they're going to be like, you know, there's a lot of good men out here, so, you know, I won't get chosen if I'm acting this way, so I have to get my act together. But you don't see men like that that's doing that, you know. And a lot of them are not being truthful, and they're telling lies, and, you know, they're just very messy, like. And, you know, I'm the type of person, like, I've always been attracted to older men, but, you know, even older men, you know, they can be childish and immature. So it just leads me to, like, you know, not want to deal with men, and stay to myself and just stay single and just work on myself, because, you know, it's not really much out here. So I didn't want to make this a long video, but that's all I wanted to say. I'll probably come back and make another video. Peace. Have a good day.